Police launching an investigation into the deaths of 5 children from the community of Naledi in Soweto who died after apparently consuming suspected poison food. The Gauteng Education Department says the young pupils died in that area on Sunday. Another grade 1 boy is currently in hospital in the intensive care unit. Watching those developments for us in the community is SABC News reporter Puseletso Mokoena, who joins us now live from Naledi. And it's a devastating morning, I imagine, for some of the grief-stricken community members there, Puseletso. But get us a sense of what else we know around what might have happened here.
Thank you so much, Ayanda. Yes, indeed, it is a very devastating moment here in Naledi, Soweto. We're coming to you live in a Musimango family, whereby one of the 5 kids belongs to this family. We would remember that on Sunday, a tragic incident took place in this area, whereby 5 kids lost their lives due to allegedly consuming snacks bought from a local spaza shop, rather. And we all know, we know that, as you have mentioned, that one of the kids is receiving medical attention in a private medical hospital, is in ICU. But I'm going to bring in the Gauteng Education spokesperson, Steve Mabona, who is busy visiting the families to ensure that they are speaking to the families. Steve, thank you so much for your time. Perhaps before you telling us anything, I just want to know, maybe you can tell us if there is any psychosocial support from the department to these families.
Yes, we started in the morning at the school, Karabo. The next school is Gaukelo and Khatelopil. All the schools psycho support to conduct counseling. But you know, the children at this age, they will be affected differently. So the curriculum delivery continued parallel to them being given, counseling. They're taking them in batches. But according to what we have professionals, the process is going ahead. We normally also offer this service to the families. But families will normally say they need to give them space a bit, then we will then be in a position to give them this support.
Perhaps tell us, how are the families that you have attended so far receiving support as the Education Department in Gauteng?
No, well, the families are very appreciative of our visit, really sending the condolences, on behalf of the department and the MEC, as we've been telling them that the MEC is away, is not in the province, could not come, but we are here as these representatives is aware that we had to come here, but more so the support that we will normally give to this family is quite important, because our visit is also, the families on how they're going to be managing memorial services and the funeral. So we'll be in a position to assist them.
Perhaps you can also tell us that, like, as you have mentioned, that you have visited 3 schools so far in the morning. Give us the feel, give us the mood. How is the mood? How are the schools taking this tragic news?
No, it's quite sad. Somber mood in all the schools. But like as I've indicated, at primary level, these are children. They might not be, emotionally affected that much, because they would not, because of the level of where they are, unlike in a secondary or a high school. But the professionals have been there since this morning, making sure that they provide necessary counseling. And we are quite comforted that the schools are supported. We are visiting, this is the 4th family that we are visiting. We still have 2 families to visit. Fortunately, they are in the same precinct. It's one street and they in the other street, so it's quite easy to touch base with all these families and assure them of our support.
You have mentioned about being in communication with the families in terms of the memorial services of these kids. How is that going?
Look, we are with the representation of the schools, the principal that is affected. We are here just to make sure that we don't have parallel processes. But the families, after visiting, they mentioned the counselor. So it means the counselor has been in touch with all of them. So because we have the office of the MEC the one official who will be interacting with the counsellor, make sure that we speak the same language, because we don't need to go parallel processes. So we'll be making sure that if families are prone to a mass funeral, that will be ideal. And when we touch base with the families and give them that suggestion, they are not. These were friends. They might be from 3 different schools, but they were friends. They stay in the same, area, and as we might see, they are even neighbors.
Thank you so much, Steve, for your time. And that was Steve Mabona, who is the Gauteng Education spokesperson, telling us that they are in communication with families to maybe talk with them, to provide to combine these funerals to make them a mass funerals. And we know that the kids who lost their lives are very young kids, that they are very young kids who they will be providing emotional support to. These kids are between the ages of 6 and 10 years old. Ayanda?
Sure. Really heartbreaking set of circumstances. Puseletso Mokoena. For now, thanks very much indeed. Puseletso reporting live there from Naledi in Soweto.